I was at a Diddy party. I was one of the party favors. But I told you, nobody tells on Diddy.
Hold on, because this situation is way deeper than it looks on the surface. What if this isn't just about old relationships and bruised egos, but something much bigger playing out behind the scenes that nobody's openly talking about? According to whispers online, Future still hasn't let go of what happened with Lori Harvey, especially after that very public New Year's fallout. And now, suddenly, her past with Michael B. Jordan is being dragged back into the spotlight at the exact moment his career hits a new peak. But is it really just coincidence, or is there something more calculated happening here?
I was a party favor.
What does that mean?
I was a party favor. I was somebody you could take off the table.
So you're telling me they set
I set
on a table, like when you go to a birthday party and they have gift bags for everybody that comes that have candy and toys in them,
Yep.
and they set them on the table. So you're telling me at the freak off parties, they put on the table instead of gift bags, and then people can do what?
Take you off the table and have something to do.
People are saying Lori may have tried to reconnect with Michael even before his major win, which raises a serious question. Why now? Why before the success became official? And even more interesting, why does Michael reportedly want absolutely nothing to do with her anymore? Some claim she had her shot and lost it, but others are starting to wonder if there were behind-the-scenes dynamics we were never meant to see. Meanwhile, Future inserting himself back into this narrative has people raising eyebrows. Isn't this the same person who once openly mocked Michael? So what changed? Or better yet, what are we not being told? Let's not forget, Future was the one who turned their breakup into a public spectacle, even while Lori tried to keep things low-key. And now, years later, his energy around the situation hasn't shifted at all. Imagine this, someone moving on, leveling up, and suddenly old voices from the past start resurfacing louder than ever. Is that bitterness or something strategic? Especially when you remember that Lori moved on with Michael almost immediately after Future, which many believe triggered everything that followed. Then came the track Maybach, where Future didn't just throw subtle shade, he made sure people were paying attention. Lines that directly referenced Lori and even her family had the internet buzzing. And if that wasn't enough, the leaked extended version, even more intense. People are still asking, why were those lines even recorded in the first place? Was it emotion or was it meant?
What about the victims? Our PTSD lives on every damn day that they did what they did. But it's only talked about when it's trending. I'm a choreographer and I love kids even though I can't have kids. So if you have met me in this time, I thank you for spending the time that you have with me. Because now that you see all this stuff on Twitter, and now that you see all this stuff on social media, you've met the real me. You've spent time with the real me. You know that I would do anything to keep a child safe. You know that I would do anything to have some peace.
The timing has people talking. The moment Michael reaches a new level of recognition, Lori's name trends again, this time tied to regret narratives. Coincidence? Or is this how the spotlight works when the stakes get higher? Social media didn't hold back either, with comments suggesting she fumbled him now that he's at the top. But let's be real, why does success suddenly rewrite the story? And here's the question nobody seems to answer directly. If Michael was always the prize, why are these narratives only exploding now? Why are people so invested in painting Lori as regretful? And more importantly, who benefits from keeping this story alive? Because in Hollywood...
But again, see, he's in cahoots with Epstein. And then...
Was he in cahoots with Epstein?
Yeah.
Or was it just a similar type of an operation?
No, they were friends.
Really?
Yeah, because Epstein had on Miami as well, that really private, rich estate in Miami. So they were all in cahoots as well, but...
And especially around rising stars, what they don't want you to know is that timing, image, and narrative control can be everything. So ask yourself, are we watching a messy love triangle play out, or something much more calculated unfolding right in front of us? Now here's where things start to feel a little too perfectly timed to ignore. The moment Michael B. Jordan reaches the absolute peak with an Academy Award, suddenly the narrative flips and Lori Harvey is painted as someone who missed out. But is that really the full story, or just the version people are choosing to amplify right now? Because according to whispers online, right as the internet started dragging Lori, a so-called insider from her circle conveniently leaked that she had been trying relentlessly to reconnect with Michael. And
families could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G.
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names.
Not just after the win, but even before it. So the question is, why would that information surface now of all times? People are saying Michael has completely shut that door. No responses, no callbacks, nothing. But here's what doesn't add up for a lot of observers. When they first split, Lori seemed to be the one in control of the narrative. Alongside her mother, Marjorie Harvey, there were subtle jabs and rumors circulating.
Over the border was for who? Protective Services is your supplier. Is anybody going to talk about that? The immigrants that are coming across the border, they were just scooping up out of boats and out of the water. They're now coming in and they're throwing them right into the system. Aurora, Colorado, Springfield, Ohio. Where do you think all those are going?
And then came the social media breadcrumbs. Marjorie posting that cryptic clip from Jennifer Lewis talking about sitting in it too long. Lori following up with that dump him license plate post. It all felt very deliberate, almost like a coordinated message, but for who exactly and why? Especially when Lori later gave interviews suggesting Michael didn't meet her standards for a long-term partner. But wait, wasn't the energy completely different when they were actually together? So what changed behind the scenes that the public never got to see? Now here's the part that really has people talking. Lori had all this to say about what she wanted in a man, yet had no hesitation being with Future, someone whose lifestyle and public persona seemed to contradict those exact standards. So what's the real criteria here? Is it about image, timing, influence, or something deeper that the public isn't meant to fully understand? Because if you step back and really look at it, the entire situation feels like a chess game of narratives. Who controls the story, who benefits from the timing, and who ends up looking like the winner in the court of public opinion. And the biggest question of all?
I hope it's not my fault. I made an outcry to her that I'm willing to talk to her.
Why are these details resurfacing now, right when Michael's status is higher than ever? Is this just coincidence, or is there a bigger play happening behind the scenes they don't want you to connect? Now imagine this for a second. What if everything we've been seeing isn't just random drama resurfacing, but a carefully timed narrative happening right in front of us? Because the more you look at it, the more it feels like certain stories are being pushed at very specific moments. Michael B. Jordan rises to a new level, and suddenly old relationships, old opinions, and old regrets start trending again. Meanwhile, Lori Harvey finds herself at the center of conversation she didn't even directly start this time. So you have to ask yourself, who is really driving this narrative? People are saying this is how the industry works behind closed doors. Timing is everything, and public perception can be shifted overnight with just a few well-placed leaks and viral posts. And let's not ignore how Future keeps getting pulled back.
Because what they don't want you to know is that in this world, image can be just as valuable as success itself. And when someone's image starts evolving too quickly, narratives, old or new, have a way of appearing to balance things out. But is that balance natural, or is it being guided? And if so, by who? The more you connect the dots, the more it starts to feel like we're not just watching celebrity headlines unfold. We're watching a carefully managed story play out in real time. But is it really just entertainment or something much more calculated hiding in plain sight? Now here's where the story takes a turn that feels almost too ironic to ignore. The same Future who once had his own complicated history with Lori Harvey is now seemingly front and center, adding fuel to the narrative surrounding her and Michael B. Jordan. And people are saying, is this really just petty commentary, or is there something deeper behind why he keeps inserting himself at just the right moments? Because when you really look at it, Michael was widely seen as her most stable and promising relationship, and now the comparisons are louder than ever, even bringing Damps and Idris into the conversation. But is that fair, or is the internet simply creating a hierarchy that benefits certain narratives? And here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. Through all the alleged shade and online whispers, Steve Harvey never publicly turned his back on Michael. In fact, when they crossed paths again, it was reportedly nothing but mutual respect. But then suddenly, according to whispers online, that interaction caused tension behind the scenes. Why would a simple friendly moment spark that kind of reaction? What's really going on beneath the surface that we're not seeing? Meanwhile, public opinion has done a complete 180. There was a time when many believed Michael was the...
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
The one who lost out. But fast forward, and now he's at a career high, while the narrative around Lori has shifted dramatically. And then there's Steve Harvey, whose name has also been pulled into the discussion, not through accusations, but through association. His past appearances alongside Diddy at events and vacations have people asking uncomfortable questions. How much did those within these circles actually know? What they don't want you to know, some claim, is that proximity in elite spaces often comes with unspoken awareness. And if that's true, then where is the line between not knowing and choosing not to look too closely? The same pattern seems to follow Will Smith, whose name continues to circulate in online debates due to past photos and rumored connections to industry gatherings. He has denied any involvement in misconduct, yet people are still asking, why do certain names keep appearing in the same conversations over and over again? Is this simply the internet connecting dots that don't belong together, or is there something deeper tying these social circles into one larger hidden network? And then comes Naomi Campbell, a figure whose documented association with Jeffrey Epstein and past closeness to Diddy has only intensified speculation. She is denied any knowledge of inappropriate activity, yet her presence within overlapping elite circles and her eventual distancing from Diddy after his legal troubles has people questioning timelines, relationships, and what may have been unfolding behind closed doors. Imagine this, a web of powerful individuals, all moving within the same exclusive environments where access is limited and information rarely escapes. But if that world is as controlled as people believe, then why are fragments of it starting to leak now? All of this leads to a much bigger question that refuses to go away. If, as some allege, risks were quietly circulating within these insulated environments, how many people were aware and how many chose silence? How many stepped away only when scrutiny became impossible to ignore? And if even a small part of Ali Carter's account aligns with lawsuits, investigations, and newly released documents, then what else is still hidden behind redactions, protected by reputation, and buried beneath layers of influence? People are saying this story is far from over, but is the truth finally slipping through the cracks, or are we only seeing what they want us to see? Comment below with what you think about this. Leave a like if this shocked you, or if you want more truth like this. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss future revelations about Hollywood secrets.